Let me hear you say ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba da. Crazy at this thing called love, just what I've been dreaming of. And I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. That's why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future, me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future, me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba da.
Good morning and welcome to Lieutenant Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show on this beautiful Tuesday morning, May the 9th, 2023. What has this world got in store for us? Well, let's check out our news reels from the front page, Africa News. Even foreign men getting awards for fighting rogues and murderers leading Liberia. McCarthy just got his. Also, Liberia's newly printed money being used to buy votes by CDC officials running for government positions, while Councillor Tiawan Gangolo cries to U.S. government for help. That's the news so far on front page, Africa. Let's go to Liberia to my correspondent, Mr. Samuel Walker. Bob, what's up?
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. A beautiful day this morning.
Yeah, I see you enjoying it, man.
Yeah, fresh air.
Where you at?
I'm somewhere around Broadville.
Okay, that's your homestead.
Yeah,
So
I'm staying in Broadville. Well, this morning we learned that NEC has issued a warning to politicians, all political parties across the country. You know, this pre-campaigning thing is getting off hand. So it has come to the attention of NEC. So the chairperson, David Brown, said that anyone caught with campaign material, billboards, and stuff like that, after the 15th of this month, May 2023, that particular party will be penalized.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
So
what?
we are yet to see because I see only CDC got big huge billboards all around the city. So let's see between now the 15th of the 16th of this month, they will take it down. And if they don't take it down, let's see whether next will take action against the CDC.
Yeah, that's a little late, huh? Don't you think?
Mm.
We've been seeing billboards all around, all at the Temple of Justice, everywhere, and
Hmm.
just coming out to talk about it. Yeah.
I tell
Anyway,
you, it's long overdue anyway.
yes, it is. So, did you read the newspaper this morning about the money being used to buy votes?
But it is true. It is true. Evidence uh that the usage of money in Lofa in recent time, they gone since the election. How Thomas Father used the money or the new bills. Can you imagine? He was paying what we gathered was that he was paying like 15 US dollars per cup of beans. The
Hmm.
beans you buy for they $100, $50, Liberian dollars, about 25 cents or so in US, your US cents. He was paying $15. Where did he get that money from? So they call it ATM machine, ATM machine, and it's just all around the country. They use the money as though they got more money machine.
But that way impact the economy too of the country. Because if that money is not corresponding with the money that in our national bank, if that money is counterfeit money, if that money does not correspond with what's going on in our economy, we may end up with inflation, recession, all the negative economic vibe we may end up with. And these people don't care about our country. They don't care about it. Because sooner or later, the Liberian dollar will worth nothing. You can have a whole bundle, it will not worth nothing.
Absolutely.
Because people just printing money and we don't know if that's real money or not. We don't know if it's corresponding with our banking institution. I'm not an economist, but I know that if what our central bank is saying we have, and people are here printing money that does not correspond with the banking report, we go into inflation. People making money. Where they making that kind of money from? Is that real money?
And
Right?
if it is real money, then it comes from the taxes, the people's taxes. So I see why people are not taking pay yet. I see why they are complaining. Times are high. So where the money going? LRA is complaining. LRA is complaining that the workers are not taking pay, but they are collecting taxes and they're not taking pay.
Mhm.
So where the money going? So it's going to politicians, into the ruling party's hand. So they are buying votes.
Well, Sam, for me, the worst part about it is I don't care about the government officials. If people are not getting paid, people are hungry. If people are not getting paid, the masses of the people are being suppressed. You know what I mean? If you collecting money from government and you're not getting paid, what kind of things you do out there to get money for yourself? Because you're collecting money for the government. People know you're a tax.
Hmm.
And these are the people that commit crimes because they go collect the tax. They tell people you got to get more money. You got to get more money. Government says you got to add an extra dollar, and that extra dollar for them. So just imagine if you go into a whole village, and this is not making things up. I know when I was a little boy, we had a census program. And you know the census program? And we were doing I was one of the census reporters. And every time we went in the field, me and the other guys, my buddies, they would be suppressing the people for money. Government said you got to get $1. And they were just sent, we didn't have to take money from the people. Our job was just go to count the people in the house. But when those guys go there, they will be demanding $1 from all the poor people in the huts. You know, it was wrong. It was wrong, and I really felt it was bad. I complained about it. I didn't report it, but to my buddies in the field, I told them, I said, you guys can't do this thing, man. You come to the poor people in the villages, the people are suffering already. Oh, you're not suffering. You come from good homes. All we got to do, come and count the people. You come and tell the people they're going to give you $1. For what? So, you know, for small. And what youth were just, you know, teens. And there were guys among us suppressing the Liberian people for $1, telling the government saying you're going to give $1. And that wasn't true. That wasn't true. So you see how our people suffer. You know, and right there, I knew it wasn't right. It wasn't good, man. You're a student. You're going to do a job in the villages. Why will you suppress the poor people to give you $1? And if they didn't give it, we're coming back. You better. You know,
they put fear in them.
It was funny to them, but in the reality of the team, we didn't understand. They didn't understand it because I got pissed off. I wasn't pissed off because I understood the situation, but I was pissed off because these guys didn't need the money. They didn't need the money. Why would they go and suppress the poor people and take $1?
They were stealing from the poor. From the poor.
And these were young kids in school, man, high school kids with me. They were going to the village, give me $1. Give me the government said you know, I'm that. And I'm so blessed that from small I knew it was stealing. I knew it was wrong. And I knew you couldn't do those things to the people, man. I used to say to my friends, why would you do that kind of thing, man? I read it ready to bother me, man. And there's all Chesson, you go, you get up ready, you go on the other side, man. You know, but we know it's bad.
Liberia got virus.
And
this virus is corruption. See the time you talking about from early age. You know how long it's been? So corruption has been there too long. There's a need to put stop to minimize it.
But some
action must be taken.
That is I be talking, people get mad at me because we've been under Tottenham government for too long. And that entrenched corruption in us. For Tottenham to stay 30 years in our government and our constitution didn't permit it, he kept changing our constitution. You yourself, in your brave mind, anybody in that bureau will let the president stay in power for 30 years?
Where? The 12 years people complaining.
Yes, even then it couldn't happen. He had to kill the Colemans, he had to kill Ben Freeman, he had to kill all real men. That's why in Liberia today we have no men to stand up to these guys and say, look, you guys have to stop this stuff. Look at Ray Cummings' political party. Cummings cannot control the people. Our men have no discipline. You can't control it. Ellen Johnson said if an old woman got to come in the organization and say, no, you can't do this. Get a man his party back. Woman party back. Stop this. Generally ignorant children. And all of this stem from us not having men in our country because people want to stay in power forever. When you want to stay in power forever, that means you got to suppress people because everybody will not let you stay in power forever.
No, not at all.
So if you come with that intention to rule until you die, you know you're gonna have to kill people. You can't. No people cannot let you stay there forever. So if we had that kind of mentality in our country, then we don't want to see our country grow.
No way.
Because people will not tolerate that. Now look at the thing that Jefferson Koji then doing in our country. Stocking arms. For what? Training people, militia for what?
Because they want to intimidate people during election time.
To stay
People
in
want
power.
to stay in power.
Stay in power. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Because
Yeah.
when your mentality is corrupt, democracy can't work in our country. You see, America, that was the straightening of America. Because America got corrupt 5 years ago. Things changed in America.
Mm-hmm.
People lie to you and you think it's the truth, and they take it to be the truth. Lying became truthful in America. Lying became acceptable. Deceitfulness became acceptable. And when those things thrive in the society becomes corrupt and collapse. That's why you see right now they're trying to reel all those corrupt people back to punish them in America. And they're not finished yet. Because what happened 3-4 years ago could damage America forever. When lies are a way of life, when the president gets there, lie, and it becomes normal, people say, oh yeah, he is acceptable, but he can do it. No, he cannot do it. He cannot do it. We are not raised like that. We are not raised like that.
You know what I got this morning? At the level of the police, what they do when a guy is traveling from here, Banga or Buchanan on the highway, you got many checkpoints. They will stop and give money, but so they don't want to pay money on the highway. They go to a big guy at the police and they give them a $50 ticket, violation ticket now. And so that will protect them to go and come. When they stop them, I got ticket. So the money they will pay on the highway, they will pay to the boss man in the office. Then he protecting the driver now, so you gonna pay anything for whatever on the road. You can imagine in the hierarchy of the police that what happening.
Yeah, but that's corruption. If the people on the street getting money, why the people at the top can't get money? You see
Right. So you see,
that's a problem with people not getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
If people are getting paid, they know the guys on the street hustling. They will not care about the guys on the street. But when the guys at the top not getting paid, and everybody not getting paid, somebody gotta get paid. Somebody gotta lose.
You gotta find some strategy.
Yeah, so that be other boys that lose their pay. The big boys not go in the street. So they tell them, come on, let me give you a license, man. Go there. Go, you're not paying nothing. You see, corruption breeds corruption. So if the top guys are getting paid, they wouldn't care about that kind of money. They would let those guys in the street get their pay. But those guys, nobody getting paid.
It's true. The top is rotting, the bottom gotta go.
So somebody gonna lose, right? Who loses? So who they gonna squeeze? So tell me that if they're not getting money, who they gonna squeeze? They're gonna squeeze people. Because some of these guys giving the bosses money and got ticket. So who they gonna squeeze? They can't squeeze the Lebanese guys no more. Who they gonna squeeze? Our poor people from the village with a little load and market load. They gonna share money. So every money you make in the market, say you made $50, you got 10 checkpoints. You could die there $1. So when you get one, you got $40. You pay $10 there to Bob, $1, go. You see?
And that's how the arms traveling from point to point. They only after the money at the checkpoint, they don't check. They don't even bring down lows. Drop the gates. You give it maybe $200-300 a big money, but you gone. You not even, they are not working.
But somehow
After the cash.
yes, they're not getting paid. So our national security is at risk.
The risk.
That's the problem when you have rogues leading our nation. They're only taking care of themselves and forget about the security of our nation, the safety of people. Who you think in danger? The Liberian people in danger.
Sure.
Now the poor Liberian people, that not no guys at the top, they got their guns and shit. But the poor people ain't got anything. So when those robbers need money, who you think they're coming to?
Coming to the poor man who's down there who got no protection.
But you see everybody coming in our country and fighting these rogues and getting awards. Now McCarthy just got hit by the award. You know what kind of money goes with this award? You know, huh? These guys making millions of dollars getting awards, hundreds of thousands. We don't know how much they make award. Yeah. If you get a big international award, it will come with some, what do you call it? A monument. So I don't know how to call it, but it comes with some monetary award. So all you guys making millions on Liberia. Even Ellen Joseph selling all the awards they were giving her, they come with money.
So why did he fight in Liberia? McCarthy.
He for corruption. And he wanted to brought the sanctions. He was there when the sanctions came. And he traveled all over Liberia. He brought the news about the hospitals and things like that. No other Liberian doing that. How many Liberians to the interior?
So for me, my own thinking, it does not worry on the war. If they arrested the perpetrators, then of course he become a hero.
Well, let me ask you a question. Are you giving an award?
Me? No, it's America giving the war.
You ain't got nothing to do with it, PK. The people who giving them, look at the Nobel Peace Prize. You think Ellen Johnson Sally deserves Nobel Peace Prize? She deserves it. She started the Civil War. Ellen Johnson Sally responsible for killing 250,000 Liberian people. How she would get Peace Prize? For what? They started the war. She told us, bomb down the mansion, get it back. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In 3 days, she's gonna rebuild it.
Bomb down the mansion and nobody will fight you. Everybody will
and the mansion, okay. And up to now, the mansion is still under renovation.
I bomb the mansion, call and I can't build it back. You think you will sit down and just do that? You think Joe will get going to sit down and let people overthrow his government like that? You see, we got so many instances where the woman is identified in perpetrating crimes in Liberia. You know, and she's the one they give peace. They give people to that kind of woman. You know, we need to rebuild our country. Look, to rebuild our country, instead of you start bribing people. When our country is reborn, we want patriots to come in our country. We don't want people to be bribed to pay $15,000 to pay $20,000 to come home because we got to support their families in America. What kind of bullshit is that? When a nation is reborn, we want sacrifices. People got to make sacrifices. We want patriots. That's what patriots do. When a nation is reborn, people jump and say, I'm backing up my children. We're going home. We're going to change the country. Not I would leave my family here in mansions and support them, and I will go home and fight for the country and steal all the damn money. If you live in your family in America and we can support you and your family from Liberia, what benefit is it to our country? So right there, Ellen Johnson said it was a failure. She paid people $20,000 to come home. And someone else will come home free of charge.
And that money could build schools.
That money could rebuild our country. And look at it today.
Hospital.
We're still suffering from the monetary payment she gave to government officials. Some other people still getting that kind of pay today. It's not fair to us. It's not fair. How you take our money and tell people like that. When our country is built on patriotism. When you start paying people $15,000 to come home to serve their country, you bribing the people. This is that our country down. Our country is reborn. We want sacrificial people. People that
So
will
they,
make sacrifices and prove that they are patriots. Not people with bribe with $15,000, $20,000 to come home to work for the government. What kind of bullshit is that? That's stealing, man.
no love for country.
No love for country. And there are
Only after the money.
Liberians who were out there who will come home for nothing to serve our country because they love Liberia. But you offering people $15,000 to come home, that's stealing from our country, man. That's stealing from our country. That's not a revolution. That's not a revolution. That's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. That is the seal and zeal we have zealed on for ages to make our democracy thrive and our nation grow. That's what you can do for your country, not what your country can do for you. But when you come into power and offer people $15,000 to come home, $20,000, you bring in rogues home. You bring in opportunists. You're not bringing patriots. If I'm a patriot and live in a foreign country and I educated, like those guys were educated, they got money. All the people Ellen brought to serve in our government have money. They were educated, prosperous, successful people in America. So why would we pay these people $15,000 a month to come home? They already got money. They should make sacrifices. If they don't want to come home because the government is not paying them money, let them get together and raise money to support the government. They don't have to come home. But why would our government, as poor as it is, pay people $15,000 to come home when a man like me was ready to come home for little or nothing? I'm a patriot. When I come home to serve my country, I don't want $15,000 for my country. Why would I want $15,000 for my country? That's stealing. My country cannot support me. I support my country. And this is a concept Ellie came with that screwed our country up. You know, you set scale for our country based on America. The people in America living 10 times better than the people in Liberia. How you set scale for your family base like on like that? You know, you can't do that. If they're private citizens, they're private people, you won't do it. But you can't do it with our government. Our government is supposed to be the most stingy institution around. Before we give you money, we got to check your back, your butt, your knees, your toes, before we give you money. That's how government works. We don't get dove of money like that. In America, before you get government money, you got to do paperwork. When you finish with the paperwork, then you know you also deserve the money. Just the paperwork alone. Our country, people just do things with impunity, man.
That's Liberia. It has been like that a long time. How can we change it?
And we're so wrapped up with the international community, people, business. People just come and get awards for doing all kind of things we're supposed to be doing in our country.
Yeah.
Foreigners come and do it. Foreigners come and check on all the hospitals. We ain't got people that are doing it for us. We ain't got people that are doing it for us. We wait for foreigners to come to tell us that all the hospitals in the interior are screwed up. Why foreigners got to tell us that? Why all the social organizations in Liberia? Why they not doing this kind of thing? Huh? Why the ambassador got to go from hospital to hospital to tell us that all the resources allocated for the hospitals are not reaching them? Why our society is so terrible, man, that we don't have patriots that love our country, that want this government to change, whether they like it or not.
So, let me ask. So what happened next after the war? What happened next to Liberia?
Nothing. What will happen next?
Like, because if you
The
giving somebody a award, I mean, you went on a mission and you succeeded, and so you got a prize for that. So what next? Because it exposed a lot of things, a lot of ills in society.
what McCarthy did in Liberia, he told us over and over, we the Liberian people got to change our country. He told us. He told us he should get a award for that too, because the man was honest with us. He tells us, he said, look, all this thing I'm doing, I can't change your country. I'm just pointing it out to you. We sanctioning all these people. It means nothing to us. We just doing it to let you know that when these people leave your country, they're not getting nothing abroad. But as long as in your country, they got power, and you let them do what they want to do, they will suppress you. And that's what happening with McGill and with Twer and all these people that been sanctioned. You know, they've been sanctioned, but they don't care. They in Liberia, look at them giving our money to people, poor people. Liberia accepting it, and they'll vote for them. You see? So when our country is entrapped, we are entrapped. The whole system is corrupt. Nobody talking. Everybody waiting for election. And nobody certain election will be held anyway. So where is this country going? You know, nobody talking. Everybody say, oh, we'll wait for election, we're changing. And there's no certainty we're going to have election. You know that.
We will have election.
Yeah.
It's starting with high election. We will have election.
If we have census, what we can have election? Huh?
Mm.
If we have census,
We will have election at all costs. So they gotta.
they counted you.
They didn't even check me. I haven't seen none.
And
But I
you,
read rough it.
you on
Can
the
you
list?
imagine that?
And you on the list?
Yeah. But I'm not a Liberian citizen because they didn't check me.
But who gonna get people finna counting you? The people counted you in the head. Yeah.
People around here just did their own figure. See, Grand Crew guy, they publishing Grand Crew.
Okay, I see Sam walking with brother and sister in Burundi. That 3 times 9 and 19, but
Yeah, they just step here.
5,000 people in Burundi there.
So can you imagine? No, but can you imagine? It was so funny and laughable in Grand Crew, where no activity, nothing.
Yeah.
The population increased in Georgia home.
And the president.
So how do manage? How happy? How happy? Grand Crew to increase the population. So you are doing a political censor.
You can't ask yourself how you happy, Sam. You happy?
Yeah.
Then you ask yourself how you happy. You happy? Huh?
So where the number came from?
All the things that happen in the country. Look at the picture here with the bundle of money. Look at the people got the money on the table. Money in there's a box sitting right here with money.
Yeah.
There's money.
All the taxes they are collecting. It goes to the government.
Look at all the money.
And they put the new money, sometimes go in the bank. They put the money.
I was looking at Gongolo picture, poor little Gongolo, you were just smiling there, want to pay. I said, hey, they poor guy. He want to be honest. And all the people already corrupt. What you going to do, Tiwa?
Congo left the bar association with $100,000. He left it right in the coffers and turned it over to them. 100. First Liberian from the year that $100,000 US he left in the account of the bar.
And not there no more.
But it finished. Somebody look for money, 500,000. They will pay.
Yeah, you see, our country is being run like a club. Those are things that they do in clubs. In America, people you leave money in the club. By the time the next government comes, all gone.
Mm-hmm.
They're signing for this, all kind of shit they buy that don't even matter. You know, and if our country is
Yeah.
just everybody will just steal like that, man. Nobody cares about monitoring people. People know that Gongolo left $100,000 there. The lawyer's supposed to be monitoring that. The public's supposed to be monitoring that. We're supposed to be in America. There are organizations, they're not even related to government, but they just form all this organization to check on government. They just a watchdog organization. Everything government does, they're checking on it. Anything they question, they put it in the news. Anything they question, they put it in the news. Why? Because things have to change. Government will not check on itself. Government people working for government scared to talk to the higher ups. Who can check on the higher ups? So you got to have the outside organizations with money that can check on government and say what's happening. You see my situation with Charles Martin
Mm,
today, right?
yeah.
Now Charles Martin is my colleague. I've known Charles Martin for years. Charles Martin is a flamboyant young man, likable, educated, smart. So when he does things in the community that questions his integrity,
Mhm.
I gotta question it too
Yes.
because I'm my friend, or he may appear to be my friend. So when these kind of things happen, I gotta say, hey, my man, what's going on with this? You gotta clear your name out of this thing. Same thing I did this
Hmm.
response when you were on a show. I told you gotta clear your name. We got enough corruption in our country, enough stealing. When young people come up to lead us and they are charged with crime or allegations of our accusations, they got to clear their names. We don't want to see corruption. So fortunately, Charles Charles Martin cleared his name. He brought witnesses to say this woman was lying. That was somebody wrote me right away. And Derek Moore. He said, hey, bro, you can't be doing this, man. That's not right. So I said, what do you mean I can't be doing it? We got to fight everybody. I don't care if he's my friend or not. I don't care if you my friend or not. If somebody come out and putting you into a bad light in public with crimes and petty stealing, you got to clear your name. You got to clear your name. We're not we are them. We can't be like we are them. We got to have people standing up in our society when things go wrong. We say, hey, stop. We're not going on until we clear this up. This is corruption. It got to be clear. We're not going on. We're not going
Hmm.
sick. We're not saying that set it down, wait till tomorrow. No, we address it right now. And this is why our country has failed. Everybody know everybody. Everybody knows somebody. And sometimes the corruption is so blatant and bad, it got to be addressed. It got to be addressed. Petty stealing. You can't be
The
trusted.
people, the people came in government with a mindset. That is why they refuse to declare the assets. Yes.
But Sam, if people rule our country for 30 years without any accountability, Trotman had no accountability. Nobody checked on Trotman to see what he was doing with the money. Trotman did exactly what he wanted to do. And this is the same thing that coming down from Trotman to this era. And we are saying, no, 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 we got to find a source. We cannot cure the sickness without finding the source. Trotman lived his life. Trotman ruled Liberia for 30 years. Nothing gonna change that. In the books, he's a successful ruler. But what he did to stay in power for 30 years will not benefit our democracy, will not benefit our mentality. We cannot have people wanting to stay in power for 30 years like Trotman. No, That mentality is staying in power for 30, 40 years is corruption. On a note,
Mhm.
then a president stayed that long in power. It happened in America under Roosevelt. Roosevelt stayed in power for so long because the people loved him. That's why they made a law first. They said, no, no, no. One person can't stay in power that long. No. That's why they started changing laws. Because it hurts the country. If a person will stay in power for 20, 30 years, you might as well be a dictator.
Mhm. Sure.
So if Tottenham stay in power for 30 years, that means nobody could say nothing to Tottenham. People were born under Tottenham. I was born under Tottenham.
Mhm.
You know, and these are the realities we have to face. You know, what is the problem with Liberia today? Where did all these problems start? Then when we find the source of the problem, we get to change those things that cause it to happen. We know staying in power for 30 years is not good for democracy. That one mentality we gotta change for our people. Why you think co-GN stacking arms? Why? Because they don't want to give up power. Why you think Jordan did the same thing? They didn't want to give up power. Ellen, she still hasn't given up power. She still got to interfere in the parties and things that have to bring peace.
Mhm.
You see? And she herself, her politics is deceitful. You know, you said with unity party now you won't be the kingmaker. You won't say I not say with any party I like, I would just join and make him the president. You can't do that. You come from a political party. You can't just be coming from party to party to choose to be the kingmaker of Liberia. You can't do that. You already screwed our country up like this by giving to George Weah.
Mhm.
Look at George Weah, our choice. Look at what George Weah did for us. Nothing.
So she embarrassed. That's why she want to go to coming. She's ashamed. She's very ashamed. That's why you go to comments.
To do her to make the same mistake she made with George
The
Weah.
same mistake.
She's a political disaster for our country. She's a Sam. What if I were not a patriot? I would have joined Ellen Johnson, Sally, and Claire Johnson them to free Liberia. I would have joined them. But there was no way at that day and age, knowing that Charles Taylor has stolen that from Liberia so bad. Maybe Liberia, our people so corrupt, we accept everything. But what I knew after Jordan killed Toba and took over Liberia, Charles Taylor was leader of EULA in America. All of them were leaders
Mhm.
of EULA. They just jumped out and went straight to GSA and took over GSA. And sat there and said, this is my ministry. And Joe said, okay, because he came from EULA. Then what they did, rip the country off. He chose the position he wanted to go to because he knew that GSA was where all the supplies were government
Mhm.
audited and ordered. So you apply more money. There you went. You see, and they just rip our country off. We can't go on like this, man. We can't go on. Everybody just come in for to steal all our organizations just like this. Look at all through America, Sam. Why you think we can't progress in advance? Because everything like that here, everything like that here. People come, they lead us. That when they leave, they take everything and go. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. The network. I don't get the camera stuff.
You look frozen.
I'm hearing you. There's the camera. Yeah, the camera.
Yeah, but anyway, these are the things that hurt our country. These
Yeah.
are people. Well, anything else you gotta say? We just have 15 more minutes. Let me just do my close. Do your closing so I Okay, do my closing and tell.
Yeah, we I'm concerned. The last one we didn't touch was the influx of Guineans into Lofa County.
Hmm.
One Mary, an aspirant in Lofa, is the one being accused, and she paying people, she paying each person $50 according to the story this morning. So you see, the voter tracking is just all around the county. It's not just the ruling party, but
It
every
really
one
is.
of them. Yeah, they're bringing people from Guinea to Lofa to vote.
And for
Lofa share border with Guinea,
yeah,
and they got
but
to see Loma there, they got to see Kisi there, they get Mandingo there, and they get Mandingo all here. So I mean, just like one family crossing the border. So she's saying that her family people.
that's the problem with
Uh,
Africa. See,
yeah, you see.
when the white people came to form their nation, they didn't care about tribes. They just put the border,
Hmm.
wanted to put it so the border between two great tribes. Maybe you got the Mandate tribe, you got 1 million people in the Mandate tribe. They just come
Yeah,
border right
that
between it.
that demarcation.
Yeah, say they, okay, the other tribe, the other side, the Guinea, the other side, of Liberia. But you put it right in the middle of a great tribe. So you divided the tribe into two separate
Hmm.
nations. But they're still speaking the same languages, they still behaving the same way. So that has nothing really to do with and the composition of the surrounding area and the political situation that emanates from all of that area. So we got people in Maryland that can speak and Gribble. We got people in Ivory Coast that can speak Gribble. We got people in Ivory Coast that can speak Crown. We got people in Liberia that can speak Crown. So that's the problem, man.
I don't
That's
know my camera.
you frozen. They can see your picture anyway. Don't worry. Just keep talking. You got a smile on your face.
Yes. Oh God.
Now don't let me hear my stuff. Yeah, let's go back to that. Okay, Sam. I'll
All
talk to you.
right. Okay. We got give me problem a little bit. Okay. Tomorrow then.
Okay. Bye bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for hanging up here with me. Let me just take a break. I'll be right back, and then we'll continue with this show like the way we should. We got some issues to discuss here. Okay, so we see in our country, we have lost touch with our own people. We have lost touch. All the people fighting for us, international community. Everybody come to do that, they would think they get an international award for fighting crimes in Liberia and leave. Now McCarthy has done his share, got his award, and he's gone. Who's coming next? How many awards Ellen Johnson Sirleaf got for what she did in Liberia? And things have not changed. Things have not changed. Why? Because we keep pointing on the same problems that are going on and nobody changing it. Everybody know we got problems. We can't do the same thing over and over and expect something different, man. We can't. But everybody come and talk the same thing. Look at Elliot coming. He come and talk. We can't do the same thing over and over. Then he comes and fall right in the same trap of the political mess we're in. Deceitfulness, treachery, evil. He falls right into it. Instead of bringing people with him, a new breed of people, he got the same people in the community there perpetrating the crime that they perpetrated. We need new people. We got people all over the world that can come home and change our country. But we need leaders at home who will set the foundation for people to come home. Somebody got to set the foundation, man. There are good people in Liberia. We can't recycle the same people. Come on, man. There are good people in Liberia who can take the helm to lead us too, man. To set the foundation for people to come home. How people will come home in all this mess that go on. Indecisiveness. People can't make decisions. You see problems in our country. People can't point it out. All the people pointing out the things in our country that are foreigners. You know, we just deal with the political aspect all the time. Politics. We got other things in our country that we need to attend to besides politics. We talk about education. And the only education that is excelling in our country, that people with private schools and things like that. Our government schools have lost the essence that they once had. Now everybody going to private schools, charging more money, where only a few people can afford. Why do you think our country is so corrupt? You know, if people got private schools start charging hundreds of dollars for their children, for children to go to school, and all the government official children going there, why our country will not be corrupt? The whole system is unequal. It's unequal. Even the poor people, you know, it hurts me when you hear Liberian people still getting $50 pay, $40 pay, when we have structure that tell us the minimum pay people are supposed to get in our country. But yet, people still being paid below that. And nobody fighting for those people. Nobody talking for those people. Even if they're talking for those people, they're being bribed and suppressed. They keep quiet. Things have to change in our country, my people. Things have to change. When we hear Liberian people working for the government making $50 a month, that's slavery, man. That just shows that the inequality in our country is so bad. It's so bad, man. And everybody living on government. Is that even worse? Everybody living on government, getting a salary. And my people are productive, man. My people are ingenious. Liberian people smart. Liberian people can do work. But everything is just being misapplied, misused, corrupted, brought down. Because we don't value human strength in essence. If we did, our country would be far greater than what it is now. Because we know what to put our people to work, how to put them to work, to earn a living, to make money, not depending on government. Everybody just sitting down doing their own thing, man. It makes our society lazy. It makes us sit back people, couch potatoes. Everybody waiting for check every month from government. We can't do that. We got to overhaul our system. This whole economic system we got, everybody in Liberia can get paid if we want to pay the people. If that's how we want to live, everybody in Liberia can get a minimum of $150 a month. If the distribution of our wealth were effectively done. But it's not done that way. You can't have one group of people way up here getting thousands of dollars and the rest of the people at the bottom way getting nothing. And the middle class is so damn dispersed, you don't know who getting what. Even the people you think might be getting something may not be getting nothing. And the people you think getting nothing may be getting. That's how terrible our system is. The corruption is still so bad. We don't know where to start. We don't know where. When the whole society is corrupt, who makes these changes to set us on the right path for economic growth and prosperity, political peace and stability, peaceful coexistence with each other? Who does that? It's a challenge that we all got to face. It's a challenge. Are we able to face it? Are we ready to face it? Can we face it? Everybody talk about change. Change takes sacrifices. Change takes challenges. We can't meet those changes if we're not prepared. We can't meet those challenges if we are not made of the material to withstand the battering rams that will come against us. You got to be prepared. Are we prepared for change? We talk about change. Change is a sacrifice. It starts from the top and runs to the bottom. Everybody get involved with that sacrifice. That's why I keep telling you, my Liberian people, our revolution of 1980 has been on hold. Because when we do our revolution and the people who spearhead the process to change our society lack the ability to do that, everything goes on hold. Why? Because the corruption gets worse. The stealing gets worse. When you overthrow a government and there's a vacuum, and anybody can fill that vacuum, and anybody does, people who don't have that patriotic zeal to raise our country to the next level, they come with baggages, animosity, jealousy, hatred, revenge. No, that's not what the revolution is about. The revolution is about following our laws, making sure that everything we do conform to legality, to recording it, so that we have a historical trail to back our democracy, to back the honesty that we strive to instill in our people, trustworthiness, making your word, and your bond, your bond. The leadership is responsible to instill that discipline into the society. And if the leadership itself has no discipline, has no concept of its responsibility to the people, everything is kaput. My time is up. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Aluta continua. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Stay strong, my people. The struggle continues. Nothing ends until the time to end. See you tomorrow.